Tell us a little bit about yourself, your family, how that you got in touch with this Cabin Wars idea.
Growing up, my mom and I single mom, parents are divorced, single mom, and my mom was really good. This was like in the 70s. She was really good at like going to Goodwill and getting something for like $5. And back then all you really had was paint and contact paper. But she
Mhm.
could take, she could take like a terrible apartment that we lived in and just fill it with plants and good lighting. And, she could buy a table at Goodwill and paint it yellow. And we were like, she tried to make it homey basically. So
Yeah.
that kind of stuck with me. I would say, not poverty. We were never poor being married, but I would say my taste didn't match our income. So I always went to Goodwill or Salvation Army or Habitat for Humanity and said, I'm going to buy this dresser for, $40, but I'm going to make it look like I spent, $300 on it or $400 on it. So that's kind of where that started. And it was never going to be a business for me. It was just to get my kids a dresser or a chair or, but I'll tell you what, YouTube is the best thing because you can look up anything. I mean, I've learned how to change the heating element in my dryer. I do the electrical, so it just came from a place of I want it, but I can't afford it.
Yeah.
So,
So Jennifer, how do you believe your unique skills and personality will set you apart from your competitors?
I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I think some people they have ideas, but they don't execute them because they're afraid, what if it doesn't turn out? Or, this might not go the way I planned, but you can sand anything. You can erase anything. You can start over. You can, I guess because I'm saving money because I'm doing it myself. So I don't feel like I guess I just feel more, you can't make a mistake, if that makes any sense. So actually I have a friend that calls me the executor because I'll just do it. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. And so because I've been like that for the past 10 years, that's put a lot of skill, I guess, under my belt.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experience in maybe like home flipping, specifically like home renovation?
Sure. Once again, this home that we bought, the home that I'm in right now, it was on the market for about 2 years, I think 2.5 years, and it wasn't selling. It was like a haunted house. It was the scariest. My kids cried when we moved in this house, but I could see, it was inexpensive because they just wanted, at this point, these poor people just wanted to get out of this house. Carpet in the bathroom, that kind of thing. And I kind of had a vision. I saw it. I was like, nope, no, I can see what this can be. So we bought this house. I mean, my husband still says, I cannot believe you talked me into buying that house. But, this February will be 10 years. And now we're redoing the redo, as he says. We did this home, and then this home, it was such a dramatic change that we went ahead right before COVID hit. We bought a home downtown Covington that was also just sitting on the market. And I don't think anybody had lived in it for about 3 years. And so, vines were growing in the house. That's how and the foundation was, so we got a pretty good deal on it. Kind of bit off more than we could chew, but we learned so much. This house was, it was a 4-bedroom, 1-bath, and we turned it into a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So that was interesting because that was just me and him doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still married. I knew if we could survive that. That's just it. But I've helped friends, and then I do the furniture. But this house has literally been my studio. So I'll do I'll do a bedroom, and then I'll do a bedroom again, and I'll do a bathroom, and I'll do that same bathroom again. And, so.
So what excites you most about Cabin Wars and just renovating the cabins?
Because I feel like I have a really good idea. I feel like everything I've seen so far has been the same. And I feel like I have a different idea.
Yeah. Do you consider yourself a creative person?
I would say so. I think that part of me that isn't afraid to try, just to do it. Yeah. And then, if you mess up, you can do it again. I'm not, So I just kind of I'll just throw the paint on a canvas and be like, let's just figure this out. It's not like I don't need a plan. I used to be like that a little bit, but I think just because I go for it,
Tell us a little bit more. This is just kind of like backstory, but tell us a little bit more about your family. The second one is any unexpected challenges you faced in your home flipping experience, and how did you overcome those?
So I was engaged to somebody else, and he called the wedding off, and I fled to Hawaii to go hide my tears. Anyway, and that's where I met my husband. I met him at church. very holy. That could actually be another show. But anyway, 2 years passed, we get married. And we get married late. Like I had my first son when I'm 34. Yeah, he's 20 now. So he got a baseball scholarship to Delgado. So he plays baseball there. My daughter is a freshman at University of South Alabama. And then I have 3 at home that I still, a 10th grader, an 8th grader, and a 4th grader that I still homeschool. I have 4 boys and 1 girl.
What's life like as a homeschool mom?
Yeah.
It's pretty busy.
Mhm.
It's pretty busy. I bring my kids a lot of places with me. They do a lot of stuff. They did a lot of like my 10th grader can install floor. They watch me do stuff constantly, so they're always involved in like, I'm breaking I'm shutting off the breaker, like go upstairs in the attic, they're always involved in that kind of stuff. It's like, Mom, I have math. I know, but let's like hang this chandelier first. Yeah, so I'm always doing something. Whenever I get dressed, I'm always like in pajamas because I'm always working, I never do my hair, I never do my nails. And every time I get dressed, they're like, are you going to Home Depot?
Like, where are you going? You bring them ever on site on a flip?
Yes, they've been on that other house that we just did on 616 in downtown Covington. They've done so much at that house. I mean, if you say to any of my kids, hey, we're hanging drywall today, I think they'll go cry somewhere. Yeah, they hate drywall, sheetrock. Yeah, they're very involved. I would say, I mean, there's always little challenges. That house that we did downtown Covington, that was like over 100 years old. That had the old, I think it's called knob and pull, which is the old wiring. It didn't have an air conditioning. It didn't have any HVAC. So we had to figure out where we were going to run the ducts. That was a whole process. The foundation was 4 feet. It went 4 inches down in the middle. So that was the very first thing we had to do was fix that. And then once you fix the foundation, everything else cracks. So that was fun. All the walls cracked and everything. We found what we thought was mold ended up being, within the ceilings. It ended up being ash. We didn't know that there was like an old stove. The soot was everywhere because we took off the ceiling and it was just like all this black. And we were like, oh my gosh, it's mold, but it was soot. But we had to rebuild windows. We had to move an entire staircase. So the staircase in that house, when you open the door, the staircase was right here. So we had to move it. We moved it all the way to the back of the house. Yeah. And you had to get up a different way then. We literally flipped that house. Like we literally flipped it.
How would you describe your personal like interior design style?
I would say like English library, like, Ralph Lauren, like a dark, like a hunting lodge, cabiny, dark, everybody's so light and white and gold. And I'm not like that.
Do you have any experience glamping or?
No, you couldn't pay me to go camping. I am not an outdoor girl. Not at all.
When someone came in to see the transformation, what are you hoping for them to feel or see or experience in your cabin?
Like a comfort, like a luxurious, that they know they're not home, but they don't feel like they're in a cabin. I just keep thinking this like library, cozy, like, the horse, the saddle. It's just what I'm seeing, like dark greens and the buttery leathers, just that library look, that Ralph Lauren library look. That's what's in my head.
How do you think viewers will connect with your personality, style, or approach on the show?
I think everybody has anxiety nowadays, and I think people will see that in me because I am like how I talk really fast. I have a little bit of verbal diarrhea. I probably share too much. Maybe the mom thing with all the kids and trying to juggle everything. I almost bowed out of the flip that my husband and I did because he was so practical, and I was like, no, it has to be this design, and then, I would almost like throw temper tantrums when he was like, no, we can't do it like that. And I was like, but then why even have this house? Like, why even do this if it can't be exactly what it's like in my head?
How would like winning Cabin Wars affect your personal journey, like your personal goals, if you will?
Well, I think to be my age, 54, like if I had to go back to work now, I don't know who would take me. So, I wouldn't go back to school for interior design because I'm too old for that. I don't know. It just would feel like it would confirm that I'm on the right path. I don't give myself enough credit in this area. Everybody's like, you should do this for a living. And I'll say to my friends, I'll come to your house and help you for free, but I'm not charging you. Mm-hmm. And they're like, no, I want to pay you. I just feel like I need just a little bit more confidence to say, yeah, I actually am good at this.
Last question in a sentence or two. Why should viewers root for you on Cabin Wars?
I know it's, 2023 and, it's the year of the woman and that, but I feel like maybe they'll feel bad for me. I don't know. Thanks, guys. Nice meeting you.
Jennifer, nice to meet you.
Yeah.